Alrighty guys, welcome to part 2 of my LEGO Harry Potter years 5 to 7 playthrough. And I'm still on the first level because I've been so mad about collecting studs. Oh my goodness. I do get better, don't worry. So anyway, welcome to the Ministry of Magic. Obviously in the first part Harry had to use Expecto Patronum on a bunch of Dementors while Dudley was able to witness him. And the Ministry, being an unfair lot of douchebags, just called Harry in and are trying to do him for it, you know, get him into trouble. So Arthur's here as well, Arthur Weasley, he's accompanying Harry. Arthur Weasley, as you just saw, can repair blue Lego objects. I already explained that in part 1, but you just saw it for yourself now. He can actually repair all this stuff. He's the only character that can do it as far as I know. So, you know, just it's great that the game obviously tries to diversify the characters a bit more. Just give more reason to switch, that's all. I think it's great. So obviously, I mentioned in part 1 that Kingsley and a bunch of other characters can learn Reducto. Harry no longer has Reducto, and I always wondered why, because he learned how to do it in years 1 to 4 at the end of the game, but obviously they didn't want to make the game too easy, so they made it so that Harry seems to have forgotten how to use Reducto. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but whatever. Quite a lot of spells that were used in the first game are going to be completely forgotten about in this game. A lot of different spells are used instead. So, yeah. This level's quite straightforward as well. This part of the level, I should say. Can't get through there, so you have to use flu powder in order to move on over to another side. And these things give you loads of studs. Quite handy to use. The worst part of the body that can itch is on your face, particularly the eyes and the nose. Worst part of the body that could possibly ever itch. And they're itching right now. Well, my nose is. I'm having to take so much willpower, not just claw the thing off. But anyway, we're not talking about myself, we're talking about the game. None of these witches and wizards, you know, pose any threat or anything. They're just walking around, going by with their day-to-day business. There's a great big screen with Cornelius Fudge on it. Well, Lego Cornelius Fudge. The Minister of Magic. Who we once thought was quite a cool guy, but it turns out he's actually a douchebag who cares more about holding his bloody office than about, you know, taking action. He'd rather bury his head in the sand and admit Voldemort's back. So obviously he's going to be causing quite a bit of trouble for Harry, and obviously as well for Hogwarts, the Order of the Phoenix. He's going to make everything difficult for everybody. Obviously, he's going to make it easy for Voldemort because he's refusing to admit Voldemort's back. Obviously, we need to send a memo to whoever's in that part thing there. Sorry, I can't explain this very well. There we go. There's our memo. Just need to send it off now. We need that gate to be open so that I can go to court and tell everyone that the Dementors came and attacked me. If they realise Dementors attacked us, they'll surely let us off. I mean, they're threatening to expel us. We want to go back to Hogwarts for certain. In fact, we need to go back to Hogwarts. How else are we going to learn cool spells to defend ourselves with? Yeah, quite a lot of studs. It's just really quite annoying. Just watching me going after all these studs when I could just go through the damn stage like a normal person. But it's addictive to collect these things, so whatever. Okay. I think that should be it. Next room! Hi. This first stage is quite, lengthy for, a first stage if you're like me and you like collecting studs. I mean, in itself it's not too lengthy, but collecting the studs does make it very, very lengthy to explore indeed. Obviously need Arthur over here to straighten those bars out, because it's blue Lego, and only Arthur can fix that. Turning all these lights on for the studs. I'm quite close to getting a True Wizard rating. Come on, Harry, we can do it. Just a few more studs and then we'll have the True Wizard rating. I'm pretty sure I'm nearly there. That bloke there wants a toad. Well, his toad, I should say. Wherever that thing's gone, I have no idea. Okay, so I'm going to switch to Arthur now. We're going to fix these bars up nice and good. If it sounds like I'm sniffling, I don't know why. My nose is just clogged up all of a sudden. It hasn't been like that all day, and then I come on the computer and start commentary, and then BAM! Clogs up. There's no cats around, is there? So, give the guy his toad. We'll be able to, do whatever it is with that. There we go. There we go. True Wizard rating. On the first level. That's not too bad. It took me quite a while to get true rating on stages in the first game. And I did it straight away here. That's good. In this playthrough in the later stages, in like year 7, I do get a upgrade that makes it easier to get True Wizard, which is quite good. It's quite neat. So anyway, we'll be back in here later on, but not for a while yet. That's the Department of Mysteries, and it's making Harry's scar go tingly. His lightning scar sensors are tingling. So. Oh, there she is, that bitch, Umbridge. I mentioned her in years 1 to 4. And I mentioned her in part 1 of this playthrough. She is a bitch. So, Dumbledore comes along to prove Harry's innocence. Umbridge is the only one that looks displeased about Harry's innocence being proven. Just goes to show how much of a bitch she is, and I will call her a bitch. Always, because she is one. So Fudge is still refusing to believe that Voldemort's back. He's just continuing to bury his head in the sand. But anyway, Harry's been cleared of all charges. He's able to return to Hogwarts. Level complete! Finally! Took quite a while considering it was the first level. Took over a part. I don't normally like cutting in between levels, but I didn't really want the video to be like 26 minutes 26 minutes long. So that's why I did what I did. I did what I had to do. So let's continue on with the story. We're able to return to Hogwarts now. But obviously first we're in one of the hub worlds. This is Diagon Alley. It looks different to what it did in the first book. Because obviously it's a different angle. I'm only just realising that I have access to nothing but my most basic spell, which is Leviosa. So I can't obviously light up to get rid of that Devil's Snare, which I need to do to get a character token. Over here's a gold brick, out of sight. And obviously there's a boarded up shop. If you head in there, there's not really much going on at the moment, but you can buy spells and that in there. That shop will soon become Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, Fred and George's joke shop. But at the moment, it's just a barren, empty shop. I'll have a quick look inside, maybe. Yeah. Not much going on the inside at the moment. It's just really barren, really empty. I think the guy who worked here before is closing up shop or something. I don't know, but there's nothing here at the moment. So you can buy spells. Yeah. This is the shop where you can buy spells. And it will soon become Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. You can also put codes in to get the spells for free. Over here is where you can unlock characters by buying them. Madame Malkin's Robes for All Occasions. The same shop it was in years 1 to 4. Obviously a little bit harder to notice because the angle to Diagon Alley is set. Upstairs, Student in Peril in here. Gimme studs. Gimme studs. Yeah. Oh, the gold brick. See? Quite a lot of studs. He's that happy you saved him. When obviously he could have just walked out of the changing room. Stupid idiot. Whoa. There was a breakdancing man in the corner there. On the bottom I have a whole bunch of characters like Salazar, Slytherin, Rowena, Ravenclaw. That's downloadable content, guys. You can't actually unlock them in the game. You have to buy them. But it's a neat way of actually having a dark magic character without actually having to pay for it, because quite literally it's a lot harder to get a dark magic character in this game. You have to pay for them, and you know they're much more expensive, and I don't exactly remember where a lot of them are hidden, but the most obvious ones are most obvious one that you can get quite quickly is Bellatrix Lestrange, and that's just by beating her near the end of the game. But she's expensive to buy in the shop. That's not what makes it it's not difficult to find the tokens, it's just difficult to pay for them. It involves going back and, you know, using like the upgrades to increase the amount of studs you get, and it's tedious, and I just don't really want to do it. So anyway, this is the leaky cauldron. Goes without saying, it's just the leaky cauldron. So it could mean transitioning between Hogwarts and Diagon Alley. If you go up the stairs, you can I believe you can buy the red bricks upstairs now. You no longer buy them from the Olops Owl Emporium, because obviously it's not in this particular Diagon Alley. Obviously also Leaky Cauldron is the place to go to if you want to replay stages or enter free play. Free play is in the same place that it was in earlier. You know, the level select. Just right there. Same place it was in the first game. These chairs give you loads of studs. And I am going to waste a lot of time running around in here, I think. I do apologise, guys, but obsessive here. I'm hoping I might go upstairs and show off, you know, some of the things that are upstairs, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to. No, I'm not. Here is a new section to this game coming right up. One of the new sort of hub world thingies. Welcome to London. Can't access, obviously, a lot of it. You can only access this sort of street here. Surprisingly, there are no muggles about to spot you using your wand, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. There's a safe. Obviously, you need a character with a key to open it. Grip Hook is one character you can use. There's also a new character you can use as well, which I think, if I remember rightly, wasn't too hard to get. Mrs. Cole. She works at the orphanage which Tom Riddle was brought up in. And she's a key holder. She holds a key. There's a character token in there, but we're not going to be able to get that for quite some time. Empty the rubbish into the skip. Rubbish should not be left lying around. Always clean up. And there's a red brick. I was wondering when one of those things would come into play. Red bricks are great. Red bricks give you sort of like upgrades and stuff, like like super strength upgrades and all sorts of upgrades. It's great. I don't know if I picked the thing up though, because if I didn't, then I wonder what the hell I was playing at, because it's always worth picking them up, even if you don't end up using them. Oh, gold brick. Cause everyone to rock out and you get a gold brick. Rock and roll. What can I say? Can't go wrong. Beats crappy pop every day of the week. Well, I kind of like pop too, but I don't know. But anyway, if you open these gates up, you can go downstairs and go to Hogwarts. That will take you to platform 9 3/4 down there, which is a sort of another hub thing. Again, another new hub for this game. Student in peril over here. More studs for me. Thank you. Am I going to pick that red brick up, or is it just going to sit there? It's just going to sit there.